All of us who are learning law need to keep abreast of the latest developments and amendments in the laws we are studying, and therefore with regard to the Consumer Protection Act, um, we are going to take a look at the new act, the Consumer Protection Act 2019. So, for the uninitiated, the new act replaces the Consumer Protection Act 1986, and the Indian Parliament passed the landmark Consumer Protection Bill 2019 on 6th August 2019. The aim was to provide timely and effective administration that would aid the settlement of consumer disputes. The act received the assent of the President of India and was published in the official gazette on 9th August 2019, and it came into force on 20th July 2020. So that is a little bit of the background of the new act. We will be taking a look at the key highlights, which very briefly include e-commerce transactions, enhanced pecuniary jurisdiction, e-filing of complaints, establishment of Consumer Protection Authority, Central Consumer Protection Authority, product liability and penal consequences, unfair trade practices, penalties for misleading advertisement, and provision for alternate dispute resolution. So there are some key highlights relating to each of these points, which I will discuss one by one. So one good thing which has happened with the new act is widening of the definition of consumer to include any person who buys goods or services online. This means you extend the scope of the definition of consumer beyond offline transactions to include transactions which are carried out through electronic means, teleshopping, direct selling, or multi-level marketing. And this was not specifically clear in the earlier act. Consumer did not really specify people who buy things online, which is a good thing which has happened. So, as per the new act, the jurisdiction of the Consumer Disputes Redressal Fora, which is a three-tier mechanism, alternative disputes redressal mechanism, which has been set up under the Consumer Protection Act at district, state, and national level. The jurisdiction has been increased, it is revised now. So the value of complaints relating to goods or services, that has changed. So a higher value at each level. So at the district forum, the limit has been increased to 10 million Indian rupees. Then between 10 million to that is above 10 million to 100 million at the state level, and at the national commission or the National Disputes Redressal Forum, it can be a value which exceeds 100 million Indian rupees. So that jurisdiction has been revised to increase the value of complaints which can be handled at different levels. Now it is possible to carry out e-filing of complaints. Basically, you do not have to go physically to the consumer fora to file your complaint. So that has been simplified. Then the establishment of a Central Consumer Protection Authority. This is something which is novel, which has been proposed by the Act, the CCPA, the establishment of this body as a regulatory authority with wide powers of enforcement to strengthen the alternative disputes redressal mechanism which the consumer protection law offers. Then product liability and penal consequences. This has been widened It brings within its scope various entities, manufacturer, service provider, seller, for any claim for compensation which can be made against all these parties or any of these parties. Then unfair trade practices. Now, under the new act, there is a broader definition of unfair trade practices. That means it also includes, if any personal information given by the consumer, which is given in confidence, like when you buy insurance policy, you may give some confidential information to the service provider, and if the service provider discloses it to anyone else without your permission, then this can also be an unfair trade practice unless this disclosure is made according to any other law which is in force. Misleading advertisements. Many consumers are at the receiving end of products, defective products and services. They make erroneous buying decisions based on misleading advertisements, and the Central Consumer Protection Authority can impose a penalty of a very high amount, that is 1 million Indian rupees, on a manufacturer or anybody who endorses it for any false or misleading advertisement. And this can also, over and above, include imprisonment of up to 2 years for the same. So for any subsequent offense, that means if you are a repeat offender, the fine may extend to 5 million Indian rupees and imprisonment up to 5 years. And the CCPA can also prohibit the endorser from endorsing that particular product or service for a period of up to 1 year. For every subsequent offense, that prohibition may extend to 3 years. So these very stringent measures have been proposed under the new act, which is a good thing, which is an empowering thing for consumers. Another novel feature of the act, or a key highlight of the new act, is that it provides for mediation as alternate dispute redressal mechanism to save time. Otherwise, it could take a lot of time to get a settlement for a claim which may be a very small amount. A consumer may end up spending a lot of time, effort, and also that may not commensurate with the value of the goods or services in question. And so mediation has been introduced as a mechanism. So those were the highlights of the new act, and in the next video we'll be taking up key terms or concepts or definitions of the Consumer Protection Act. Thank you for listening. This is Dr. Mariam Narona. Please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like the educational content on this channel. Don't forget to leave your constructive comments and feedback, and please don't forget to take a look at the next video. Thank you.